I read an interview where you spoke about casual sexism. It's a lifelong battle. We all battle it. Sometimes even we're sexist without realizing it. And you spoke about how I think your husband was doing the dishes, and his mother said, "Itna bada director और बर्तन धो रहा है," and you thought कि जब मैं बर्तन धोती हूँ तो मेरे बारे में तो कोई नहीं कहती इतनी बड़ी स्टार और वो बर्तन धो रही है. So talk a little bit about this ingrained casual sexism that is a lifelong battle to get past.
Barkha, and thank you. You asked me this question because I don't know whether you saw the video interview. I was talking in jest. I was laughing about it because I mean, it's been years of conditioning. How can whether it's my mother-in-law, whether it's my mother, it's my father, it's years of conditioning that the woman stays at home and looks after the house. She does the household chores. The husband goes out and works. That whole thing. So it's, the term sexism, I find it, in reference to what I said, a little too harsh. I really find it a little too harsh. And these are things you laugh about. Also, when I don't go to work, or if I'm at home, nobody asks me why, no, haven't you gone to work? People would never ask me that question. But if he's at home, I'll ask, you're not going to office today. So is that sexism?
That's right. That's a great point, because the fact that men are also socialized to be the providers, to be macho in a way that society understands it, is something we don't talk often enough. But Shefali, let me tell you a story that might make you feel better. I was interviewing Indra Nui, and she has this moment in her memoir where she talks about how she comes home and she's just been appointed the PepsiCo chairperson, and her mother tells her, "Ha ha, all that is very well, but you didn't get the milk, and I don't care about what happens to you at work. Leave your crown in the garage." So of course it's years of conditioning, and it happens to the highest achievers across professions. But Vidya, you have decided, and I think so, Shefali is also quite sparing about these decisions, to not work in productions that are run by your husband. Does that come from wanting a space that is outside of him, so that people don't point fingers and say, "Ha ha, aapka to production house hai"?
Yeah, that I think that definitely plays a very important role, because I feel I've worked hard to reach where I have, and I take great pride in the fact that I've had no, of course I've had my family, and in the past 12 years I've had Siddharth to support me, but my decisions have been my own. I've really had no constant backing in that sense professionally to reach where I have. And now if someone's going to reduce my achievements to saying, पर पति का production house है ना, या फिर they say आपका production house है, आपका तो हो जाएगा, I would not like that, because I work very hard towards what I do. So I don't want, and people can be quite reductive, and I think, I'm sure even I've been like that at some point, unknowingly, but that's one thing. The other is because I think in case we do something together and it doesn't work, I don't want both of us to wallow in, I don't want both of us to be feeling low, because it happened after Ghanchakar. When Ghanchakar didn't work, instead of offering the shoulder, my shoulder to him, or him offering it to me, we were like both feeling down and out. I don't want to go through that ever again.
Yeah, makes sense. Both of you there, Shefali. And then we'll talk a little bit about Jalsa. Equal pay for equal work. Is it changing?
That's very relative, Barkha. Because the budgets that female-led films get are much smaller than the male-led films, right? But if you look at the proportion or the ratio of the overall budget that we get versus what the men get, it's pretty much equal. So I think but we're in absolute terms, there is no comparison. There are actors who are making, 120 crores today, and God bless them for that. But we have a long way to go.
And there are actors who at 50 are still sort of romancing other actors in their 20s. So there's a lot to talk about and unpack on ageism. Shefali, do you want to add to the equal pay, equal work argument? Like, do you think that women have at least become more vocal about it?
I agree with Vidya. Also, I have a feeling it's not just between men and women. It could be between two men and two women. So, according to the star power of the person, that pay will be higher. Like I said earlier, your talent does not translate into work or your pay.
Yes.
I have yet to come across somebody who says, please take a lot of money. Yeah. But having said that, like I know that some of the top paid uh, people on OTT are women.